Hello and welcome to SureShot from the Apprentice line. With this product, you're going to be able to predict the numbers that are thrown before they are even shaken. So let's take a look at a performance of SureShot. I absolutely love this effect, specifically because dices are usually used to randomize choices or randomize games, and in some cases even to make a ton of money. The reason for this is because nobody really can predict the numbers that are going to be rolled before the dices are rolled. That's why they're used for gambling or making choices. So we're going to try if we can actually predict the numbers that are going to be rolled before we even roll them. And as you can see here, for instance, we have a 2 and a 3. If we shake it, we get, oh, another 2 and a 3, but that's odd. Let's shake it again, and we get a 5 and a 4. Shake it up like this. For instance, there's a 6 and a 1. We shake it up once, we get a 4 and a 5. Let's shake it up like this, maybe, like, oh, there we go. And we get a 3 and a 4. There's really no way to know what it is we're going to get. So here's what we'll do. I'm going to look away. I'm going to kind of roll them in there so it's some random number. And we're just going to cover it up like this. I'm going to shake it. But before I do, I'm going to tell you it's going to be a 1 and a 3. 1 and a 3. And we should have right there a 1 and a 3. And there you go. Not only can you do that, but sometimes you can even do it one more time. So for instance, oh yeah, it's going to be a 5 and a 5. A 5 and a 5. There you go. So I guess I should go make some choices. I've had so much fun playing with SureShot. So to me, the secret is absolutely genius. I hope you guys are going to love it as much as I do, because you can do so much with this simple little gimmick. In order to learn the secret, we're going to take a look at our little gimmicks here. You're going to notice that, of course, you have 2 dice, but you also have this little container. This is to shake your dice. One of them is a lid that goes on top, and the other one is the part that goes underneath. The way in which you know which one is which is because the one that goes on top fits inside of the one that goes underneath. Okay, so you can clearly see the top one goes inside of the bottom one. That's all you have to know. This is how you hold it. So we're going to take the lid and we're going to place the dice inside. Now, when you place this and you actually shake it, the dice actually do change. You are getting different numbers every single time. The beautiful thing is that they change in a very specific way. They're not just randomly shaping. Thanks to the shape of your gimmick, the dice are actually rotating like this, and they're just flipping forward once. Every single time you shake up and down, the dice are going from here and just rotating forward. That means if we look right now, we have the 5 and the 2, okay? But if I look behind, I have a 4 and a 3. That means if I shake this once, we're going to have the 4 and the 3 on top. Okay, let's take a look. So here, we go up and down, and then we'll have a 4 and a 3 right on top. Now, the way in which you shake the box is important, but it's also very, very easy. So as long as you have it closed with the dice furthest away from you, all you have to do is from your elbow, you just move up and down. That's it. So we're here, we move up and down. And that's, of course, we got to do it quick. I just heard him fall. So it has to be kind of like a quick little jerk motion. So it just goes up and down, up and down. That's going to cause that to happen. So once again, if we have a 2 and a 5, on here we see the 1 and the 6. So as you can see, we have the 1 and the 6 right there, which means the next time we shake it is going to be, oh, let me shake that, a 1 and a 6. So now we have that 1 and that 6. Now that you know the secret, let's put it in the routine. So again, you want to make sure that you're holding the bottom at the bottom, and then you can have your spectators shake the die, and then you tell them, is there any way, there's the 6 and the 2, is there any way to know what numbers are now facing on top? Because we just shook it. They're going to say, there's no way. And you tell them, exactly, there's no way. Look, for instance, that's a 5 and a 4. If we were to do it again, there's no way I could know what's going to be there. Of course, me and you know that we can know, but your spectators don't. So we're building that little atmosphere for them of that impossibility. Now, once you're ready to perform, you tell them, okay, take the dice and throw them in there. All you have to do is when you cover it, you're just going to take a look. This is called peeking. When we're getting information that your spectators don't know, we're going to peek those 2 numbers on the back of the dice. In this case, it's a double 4. So we're going to cover it up before we shake it, because we're predicting the information. We're going to say, let me see if I can get a sense of the numbers. Say, ooh, I think it's going to be a 4 and a 4. So now you say, okay, let's see. You shake it, and now once you open it up, you'll see that it's a 4 and a 4. If you want to repeat the effect again, you can do that. In this case, I have a 1 and a 2. So let me show you. Right there we have the 1 and we have the 2. If you want to add a little more impossibility, you can remember that the 1 is on the left side and the 2 is on the right side. So now we have the 2 4s. We're going to cover it up, but because we know the 1 is on this side and the 2 is on that one, we now go, ooh, I'm feeling a 1 and a 2. Yes, a 1 and a 2. So now you do the move, and now not only are you predicting the numbers, but you're also predicting on which side each number is going to be, which is just a little bit more difficult. Another really fun thing you could do is actually shake it 2 times. So by shaking it twice, you can do a couple different effects. For instance, let me show you if we take a 1 and a 1, right? That's snake eyes, but we can actually shake it twice and get 16. I mean, get 2 6s, not 16, get 2 6s. So you can see that's 2 6s. And the reason this happens is because we're actually flipping it 2 times. And if you know anything about how dice are made, they each opposite side adds up to 7. So if you see the 1 on top, you flip it 1 time, and you flip it another time, is going to be 6. If you have both of them placed like that, once they flip 1 time, the moment they flip that 2nd time, you're going to get those 6. What that means also is that you can figure out what number will show up 2 turns before you turn it. For instance, let me get some random numbers. We have a 2 and a 3. So I also know that if I do it 2 times, I'm going to get a 5 and a 4. Check it out. 5 and a 4. And that's because we're just using the 7 principle of the die. We know that if we do it 2 times, we're actually going to be showing what's underneath. And so if we do our math, for instance, 1 and 1, to get to 7, we need 6. So if I do this 2 times, we get 6 6. So there you go. There's a ton of stuff that you can do with this. If you want to kind of do it in the way that I did it in the video, it's a little tiny subtlety, but you can look away as you have your spectators put the dice in there. At the same time, you're also angling those dice down. Now you're going to grab the cap and you're going to come close it, but you're going to pretend like you can't close it, and that's why you're looking to close. You look 1 2. So now that's when I get my peek. See, there I see it. So I'm looking away. There, you get your 1 and a 2. Yeah. It's going to be a 1 and a 2. And now when you show, it looks like there's no way you could have even known somehow, because to them you didn't even look. You just looked because you had to close the lid. There you go. That is Short Shot. I am sure you're going to have a ton of fun playing with this. I have been playing with this nonstop. So go out there, amaze your friends, amaze your family. And if you're having a ton of fun with this product, make sure you check out all of our other Apprentice line products. I'm sure you are going to love it just as much as we do. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you on the next one.